Hey guys, in today's video we're gonna do a back and biceps workout. I'll walk you through my workout, show you what I pay attention to, and hopefully it can help you for your future workouts. Also, stay until the end to see what I eat after a workout. All right guys, we just got to the gym. Today we're gonna do back and biceps, which is not something I typically do. It's not a split that I normally do, but this week it just works out that way. So we're gonna start off with the bend over row. I'm gonna do the exercise. After that, I'll talk a little bit more about the things that I pay attention to. So the bend over row is a little bit misleading because it says bend over, and the last thing you wanna do is actually bend over because that's how you're gonna get back problems. So what you see a lot of people do, they'll grab the bar and their back starts to roll kind of like a turtle, like this. And that's what you want to try to avoid. So the only thing you should be thinking about when you lift up the bar is pushing your hips back. And what you'll see as a result of that is that your back is going to stay straight and it's going to stay stable. So that's what that looks like. So this is my starting position, and I just push my hips back like that. Now I can lift it up, bring it towards my belly button. And then what you really want to do is try to maximize the stretch and maximize the contraction. Pause and hold for about 2 seconds, and then slow down the negatives. Pause and hold, slow down the negatives. So with the bend over row, you essentially have two options in terms of grip. You can do a overhand grip, you can do an underhand grip. The difference is just that it targets a different part of your back. My favorite is the overhand grip, so what I typically do is 4 sets of 12 with an overhand grip, and then I'll do a 5th set towards the end with an underhand grip till failure. If you think this is interesting and you want to have more in-depth fitness tips, just comment below and I'll make that kind of content. I'm completely new to this, so I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to see, and I'll be happy to create that. Okay, so right now we're going to do a lat pull down. We're going to do a superset. One is going to be a wide grip and the other one is going to be a small grip. So one of the main things to pay attention to with a lat pull down is not to use momentum. I feel like that's where most people go wrong. People would just, use their entire body to bring that bar up and down, and then you're really just ego lifting and wasting your time, So the set, what you want to do, you want to keep your back straight. You want to bring it down and really isolate your lats on the way down. So as it goes down, you want to squeeze, contract, and up. And throughout this whole movement, my back just stays straight, as opposed to doing this, which you see a lot of people do. So superset is very simple. It's just 2 exercises combined without any rest in between. So in this case, we're going to start with a wide grip pull down, which is going to look like this, just like I just showed you guys. And then after 12 repetitions, you drop the weight, just cut it in half, and then you go into a small grip, and then you really focus on the contractions, slow down the negatives, and you can do this until failure. All right, so now we're gonna do rows. The benches we're taking downstairs, so we're gonna use this box, which is fine. You don't really need a bench as long as you have something that you can stabilize on. So one of the main things you wanna pay attention to with rows, we're gonna use a kettlebell, by the way, because there are no dumbbells here. But what you wanna pay attention to, you want to try to avoid the mistake that most people make, which is essentially lifting up the dumbbell in a straight line, up and down. As a result of that, what you'll see is that you mostly activate your rear delt, and what you want to activate here are your lats. So to give you an example, this is what you'll see most people do. Just in a straight line, up and down. And the good thing about that is that you're gonna be able to lift a lot more weight. That's ego lifting. You can pick up like 120 pounds and just wrap it out like that, which is kind of pointless. So it's much better to choose a lighter weight and do it the right way. And what you want to do is, instead of going up and down, you want to make this half a circle. So if you look at my lats right now, you'll see that there's a lot of contraction going on in the lats. So if you compare that to this movement, going up and down in a straight line, there's not a whole lot of contraction. Here I can really squeeze, really contract. And these little things are going to make a big difference in the long run. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this exercise. After this, we're gonna do biceps. We're gonna do biceps, and the most important thing when doing biceps is time under tension. You wanna try to keep your bicep under tension throughout the whole movement. And for me, one of the best exercises to do that is the following exercise. You can see that throughout this whole movement, my bicep will stay under tension. And it's honestly a very draining exercise. As soon as that is done, you want to grab one of the dumbbells and start the superset. You want to hold them with your hands like this and just go up and down till failure. Again, you want to keep them under tension and do this as often as you can until you hit failure. All right, so I'm going to finish the workout with a superset between concentration curls and chin-ups. Chin-ups are great to finish your back and biceps day with because you do a little bit of both.
I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Fuck buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Fuck shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. Pops demeanor and mother's features. The bar is still private as ever, the gang grabbing together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant.
All right guys, post-workout meal. After my workout, I eat one of my meal preps. So today we have broccoli, we've got some chicken, and we've got some quinoa. I switch it up though. Sometimes it could be beef, could be turkey, could be steak, could be salmon, you know, any source of protein works. The veggies I switch up with asparagus, green beans, but to be honest, more often than not, it's broccoli. And then quinoa sometimes would be brown rice. I typically work out on an empty stomach. I would go at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., sometimes noon, and I skip breakfast all the way up until then. That's just because for me that's easier. It's easier for me to eat more calories later in the day because that's when I get hungry. I don't really get hungry in the mornings. So that way it's very easy for me to stay lean. I'll have some black coffee in the morning. I'll have some sparkling water, great appetite suppressors, and it's been working really well for me for years. So after my post-workout meal, I'll also take my supplements. And right now I am taking some zinc, I'm taking magnesium, I'm taking vitamin D3. This combination, I think every man should be taking on a daily basis. Then I have some omega-3 pills as well. These are fish oils. So if you eat a ton of fish, you might not need them, but if you're heavy on the meat, not so much fish, I definitely suggest you take one of those as well. And then we've got some iron and some B12. I did a blood test recently. I actually did that for a YouTube video that's gonna be posted soon. The video is called Am I Natural? So we're gonna see if I use steroids or have been using steroids in the past. But on that blood panel, it showed that I'm very low on red blood cells. And this was recommended to me. That's why I take that as well every single day. So I'll take those after my meal, and that is it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope there was some valuable information in here. My apologies for the audio quality. I still have to figure out how to record inside the gym and also make it sound good, but I guess that's a struggle of being new to YouTube. Next week, we're gonna do the blood test that I've already done, like I told you about earlier in this video. So we're gonna see if I take steroids, if I have been taking steroids in the past, or if I'm putting anything else on my body. The doctor will be there going over all the numbers, so it's gonna be exciting. Thanks a lot for the support so far, and see you next week.